What's good, Glam Squad? It's your girl Talent Love, or Portia Mercedes, whatever you want to call me, and I'm back again with another video. You guys, I'm so happy to see you. Do you guys like my new look? I kind of like it, but the ponytail is annoying, I'm gonna be honest, but it's cute. So this will probably be like the last time you see this, so enjoy. But anyway, you guys, I miss you guys so freaking much. I really did. I have been, what was the last thing I put out? Oh, the brush cleaning video. You guys, you see how I've been trying different videos or whatever. I want you guys to just tell me what types of videos you favor most, or do you like everything I've been putting out? The feedback would be awesome. Right now, I want you to stop, pause this video, and I want you to click the subscribe button below, because hey boo hey, join the Glam Squad is lit over here, I'm just saying. And plus, I deserve a thumbs up for this story time, you know what I'm saying? So today we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna be diving into my dating life. And it's funny because I told y'all that I will, as far as I know right now, I don't think I ever want to put anyone I'm dating on my social medias or anything like that. I don't want to say too much, but anything like that, no. But the ones that it really don't work out with, I'm gonna tell y'all the stories, because why not? And plus, I think that people want to know from my perspective, because I am a chocolate girl and there's dating stigmas that come with that sometimes. Now we're getting more accepted, but it wasn't always that way. And you know, like I said, I'm sure that light skins have struggles too, but whatever. So that's from my perspective, and plus I'm plus size and I'm dating, and online dating at that too. So anyway, actually it's a mixture. I meet them, whatever, whoever tries to talk to me, if I like them, then I'll see what they're about. I'll entertain them for a little bit. So anyway, this one is about, I don't even know what I'm gonna call this. We're gonna call this Mr. IT. So this one's about this guy that I went on a date with maybe like 2 weeks ago or whatever. So it's like new, fresh. Anyway, so I have been like online dating. The app that I'm using right now is Plenty of Fish. I'm gonna expand to other ones, but right now it's just Plenty of Fish. I actually think that I'm kind of like burnt out from dating just for now. And my second story time that I'm gonna come with is gonna tell you why. This one didn't make me burnt out, but this one after this did. So anyway, let's get into the story. So anyway, I'm like online or whatever, and I'm 30 years old, and I get every single morning like at least 3 to 5 inboxes or whatever, because that's the name of the game. Everybody's surfing through pictures, everybody's writing everybody. I typically don't write people at all. Like, you gotta really have had something in your bio that caught my attention for me to write you, or you have to have like really look like, yeah, like, and from looking at your bio, you gotta look like you had something going for yourself for me to hit you up. So typically I don't really hit people up. Anyway, so on my profile or whatever, I make sure it says big and tall BBW, because they have a slash. There's really no like differentiating the two. I'm not big and tall. I'm like 5'5". So that's not considered tall by any means. I would say that's about average. Technically I'm 5'4.5", but we're just gonna call it 5'5". But that's pretty average to me. So, but I am a BBW, okay, sweetie. So I definitely have that in my bio, and I make sure that my pictures look true to me, so you can see me from all angles. All my pictures are pretty recent. Like, I try to update them as often as I can. If I change contact colors or if I change hairstyles, then I'll try to put up like a ton of different pictures with me in different hairs and this and that or whatever, so that way the person could see me look like different. I even have a picture of me with natural hair or whatever. Yeah, so basically I'm saying my profile is true to me. So anyway, so I had this kid hitting me up. He's 21, and he was just like, you know, basically just in my inbox, like, you know, give me, you know, what's going on, a blah blah blah, hi, how are you? And he was the most well-spoken of them all, and I was just like, ugh, I can smell the titty milk. Like, no. For those of you that didn't know, I just turned 30 in September. Like, I know of people that date young people. I know of people that have married people way younger than them, and it worked out perfectly. But for me, sometimes I'm sketchy because a 21-year-old, I was a mature 21-year-old, but sometimes a 21-year-old is just a 21-year-old. And I will say that younger people are way more mature than when we were younger. Like, we were mature, but they're a little more, even more mature. So anyway, so I was just like, ugh, no, literally, I can smell the breast milk, you're too young. And he was just like, okay, well, I can't change my age, but you can't fake a connection and whatever. He was just like, connections are rare, and I would like to see if there is one, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So actually, no, I wasn't like cool. I ignored him. And I made him like write me 3 times before I was finally like, okay. So he wrote me and was just like, attention, your account will shut down. It was like really cute. He was like, your account will shut down if you don't tell me your ice cream flavor, your favorite ice cream flavor, your phone number, and when I could take you out on a date. And I was like, oh no, let me reply so my account doesn't get shut down. So I was like, my phone number is this. We'll talk about when I'm free because I'm always booked. I'm always booked and busy, honey. And I was like, and if the date is good, I'll tell you my favorite ice cream flavor. So anyway, he was just like, all right, cool. So he hits me up the next day and he was like, this is IT guy from Tinder. And I was like, no. Then he was like, my bad, plenty of fish. And I was like, multiple accounts. You racking up on a shorty sign. And he was just like, no. He was like, I apologize. I didn't mean to put that or whatever. Just very straightforward or whatever. So we had talked for like 2 weeks straight because I was just so busy. Like, I had weddings, bridal showers, birthdays. So I had to schedule our date like 2 weeks out. And then, not to mention, during then, on the day that we had a date, I actually had to go to a birthday party. And then I had to make food for the birthday party, get dressed for a party and a date, go to the birthday party, and then like I only stayed there for like a second and then hurried up and went to our date. So anyway, first he was like, okay, we're gonna meet up for coffee. I was like, where you wanna go, or what's your idea of hanging out? And he was like, well, we can meet up and have some coffee. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I did that, but then I kind of don't. But I was just like, coffee. Everybody wants to meet up for coffee or ice cream. Like, no. And then, like, I'm just back new into dating, you guys. Like, my last situation, like, we didn't even really date in the beginning. We just got to it. We had a connection, whatever. So anyway, I have been single since December of what are we in? We're in 2019. 2018. I've been single since December 2018. So anyway, this is my first date in a while, right? Yeah, this is my first date. Anyway, since then. So I'm talking to him and a couple other guys at the same time, trying to plan stuff, but he was the most persistent. So he and I talked every single day, every day. So anyway, he tried to do coffee and I was just like, no, every guy tries that. Try again. Like, you're not getting all of this makeup, you're not getting these lashes, this expensive, this pretty beautiful hair, like a brand new outfit. You're not getting that for no goddamn coffee. Like, no, we're not. I can stay at home. I'm not rolling over in my bed. It takes me like 2 hours. No. So he was like, all right, cool, how about I take you to a movie and then we go eat afterwards? And I was like, that sounds better. Okay. So anyway, we're talking for like 2 weeks straight and the conversation's great. Actually, I'm gonna say it's good. Okay, so if we put it on a scale from terrible, it's like, it was okay, it was good, it was great, it was phenomenal. He was great. And the reason I want to say great is because there were times where we had good conversation. We were talking about astrology, life path numbers, like spiritual baths as far as like Epsom salt and what different oils to put in, I think we talked about Christianity at some point. We talked about, you know, just friendships, dating, everything. Like the bond was good. The bond was straight. But there were times where he would be like, oh yeah, you know, but you already like me, so. And then I was just like, maybe. And he'd be like, or we like each other. And I'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, why is it okay if I say we like each other, but not if I say you like me? And I was just like, whatever. Because I just like to see in person if our vibes match. For me personally, I could tell from a picture. I could tell a lot from a picture. I don't know what it is. I just always had that gift. I could tell if I'm gonna like a guy from a picture, period. And yeah, so once I'm like sold on you in a picture, and I've seen several of them, and maybe a video, I already know, like I'm good. Once I hear your mind and all that, I'm good. I already know. So anyway, you guys, the conversation, so where it started to go left, why I said was great but not like great or phenomenal, was he had I'm looking in the mirror because, you know, I don't want to get, I have brown lip gloss on. I don't want to get it on my teeth. But are we feeling today's chocolate look, by the way? Okay, I'm focused. So anyway, there were times where he was definitely 21. Like the conversation had been perfect until like one day he had called me, and he was just like, I don't know, he was just talking weird. And I asked him how his weekend went. He told me he was going to the movies to see a movie or whatever. Obviously, he was probably going with a girl. I'm not stupid. But, you know, we haven't even went on a first date yet. So, whatever. No harm, no foul. So, anyway, he was like, after the movie or whatever, him and his own boy went to a strip club. Cool, whatever. I don't mind guys that go to the strip club. That's not a thing for me. Like, as long as you're not, like, he's young. He's 21. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got experience that when I was 21, I was in a strip club, and I'm not even a guy. Like, seriously, I'm just keeping it 100. Like, I want to see how they shake that. Yeah, I wanted to see it. So, I wanted to see, like, what they had. Like, what was going on. Why the guys want to go in there. I want to see. So, anyway, he was like, he was at the strip club or whatever. And he was just like, yeah, you know, I had got this, no, he was like, my friend had got this girl's number or whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, go try to get the girl number. He was like, and I had went over there and tried it. And he was like, you know, I failed, but, you know, at least I tried. And I was just like, I didn't like it. I didn't like that. And y'all know me, I'm all about stopping stuff at the mailbox. But when it comes to dating, I like to play stuff cool. The reason I'm real cool and chill is because I like to see what I don't put no restraints, no leashes on nothing, because I like to see how you gonna act. Okay, like if I don't stop certain things, like when we're in the talking stage, like, you know what I'm saying, the very beginning, I like to see what you are naturally, who you are naturally, without me giving you any indication of what the issue is, like that there's an issue of anything that you're doing. So I didn't like that. So I was going to address it at some point, but then I was just like, I'll address it if it happens again. Right now, plus I had other people on my roster, so not a top priority, honestly. And he was 21, so I wasn't that invested. So that was like one thing where I felt like, you know, his friend was over there and you could hear him in the background. I felt like, okay, so you the type to get cute in front of your friends. Noted, because the old me is the type that'll tell somebody off like that. But now that it's noted, if that had happened in the future, then I know how to address it and stop it, so before it turns into an issue. And then if it does turn into an issue, then that is it, because your energy switched. So anyway, I saw that, and then another thing I noticed towards the end is like he'd say sexual stuff, which was cool. But then, like, sometimes I say sexual stuff, like, later on, after I got kind of comfortable, and then he'd just, like, switch the subject and be like, okay. And I'm like, what is going on? How'd you get prudish on me? Like, what is going on? So, anyway, I was just like, okay, so it kind of gave me narc vibes, y'all. My camera died. But it kind of gave me narc vibes. So, I dated a narcissist. My recent ex was a narcissist, and borderline sociopath, too. But with them, like, they'll do something, like, say if they like to lay on you and then and like be kissing you on your cheek or whatever every time you leave. There's a perfect example. They be like, you can't leave without giving me a kiss. So say if you do the same thing and be like, you can't leave without giving me a kiss, they'll be like, what? Excuse me? Like, anything to make you feel like, oh my god, like they'll want to make you feel like kind of less than, like, oh, like you always need to be walking on eggshells, you can't be free, it can't be like a cute little camaraderie that you guys have going on, or a little bond. Like, it's like they'll stop it and then like make you think weird thoughts and be like, oh, I thought we were here but we're really not here. Like, it's just like a confusion mind game they like to play. Not saying that that he was a narcissist, but it gave me narc vibes, and I could smell it a mile away fast. So I was just like, okay. So anyway, it wasn't no big deal. It's just something that I noticed, because she noticed everything. I'm a Virgo, I'm analytical. So he always said that, like, you know, he knew about my sign, his mom was my sign, and he's very familiar with Virgos. We're never on time, da 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 da. So anyway, every time I'm talking to somebody, I like to look up the compatibility of their sign versus mine. He's a Pisces, my mom's a Pisces, I'm a Virgo. My sister's a Pisces and my little brother's a Pisces, and then my other sister's a Virgo and my other little brother's a Virgo. So we're just a house split of Virgos and Pisces. So I'm very familiar with how the two interact with each other. Anyway, so it was all good and it was all cool and dandy, whatever. So the day of the date comes. I'm trying to make sure that oh yeah, he was like sending me pictures of his clothes and stuff like that, like new stuff that he had bought or whatever. And yeah, like, so he was just kind of stylish. So anyway, you guys, in his pictures online, he was handsome. He looked really handsome online. He looked a little more, his pictures did him more justice than in person, but it wasn't like so far off, y'all, where I was like, who the hell is this? Like, not in the face. So I was just like, anyway, he was cute, he was handsome, whatever. He had on his profile that he was 5'10". And he looked really like he was 5'10" in his pictures. I don't know how he was angling the bathroom shots. But he looked real tall, okay? So anyway, we're going to the movie or whatever, and I'm like 10 minutes late, of course. Virgos are always late, sorry. So I get there, whatever. The day comes, I rush off, get ready to go to the birthday party. He did drive over there. Actually, I switched cars with my friend because my car was acting stupid. And I was like, you is not about to not start over there. Like, my car's a 2016. Like, it's not that old. But I do use it for Uber, so it does get worn out. So, whatever. Anyway, I didn't want no problems on the first date. And then if he was, like, trash, I didn't want to be stuck there with him, having to call an Uber and having him stand there. Ugh. So, anyway, I parked in the bottom garage. The movie was up top, and he had parked in the parking lot. So anyway, I had called him and he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna, I was like, I'm like 5 minutes away, and I was like, I'm almost here. He was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about the movie or whatever, our seats. And I was like, what do you mean they're not assigned seats? He was like, oh, well, I had come in here and I had sat down and saved the seats, but I have to come out and get you to give you your ticket. And I was like, number one, why the hell would you go in there without me? Like, I don't care if I'm late. Like, I'm the girl, I'm the queen. Like, what? You need to wait for me, period. Like, if I was like 20-30 minutes late, cool, but like literally it was like 5-10 minutes, seriously. And I'm not the hype, y'all, trust me, I'm very honest. So I was like, okay. So he ended up like coming out. He was like, oh, I'm outside just waiting for you. And I was like, all right, cool. So I came up on the elevator, and when it opened, I saw him. And I was like, oh, okay, that's him. And he was sitting down on like the little plant area or whatever. When he stood up, I had on like heels, like boot heels or whatever. First of all, she was cute. I had this hair, but I had a natural beat. I had, what was it? It was like a tan, very neutral, very natural, very light, but slayed. Ooh, she was sickening on that day, honey. I had a teal long sleeve shirt on. I had on army fatigue cargo overalls, but I had it like, you know, drop down so the little thing hang, whatever, the straps. And then I had brown chopsticks in my hair to match my brown sweater boot heels or whatever. They were so cute. Oh, sickening. I gotta wear that outfit again because I only wore it once. So I gotta take some pictures for the gram, something. Anyway, so I was like, when he stood up, y'all, remember 5'4" and a half. I had on 3-inch heels. And, well, there were boot heels, but so that would make me 5'6", 7, 8. 5'8" and a half, maybe 5'9" in heels. Y'all, he was like right here. I was like, dude, he is not 5'10", he lied. So the conversation we had the day before that, he was telling me how at work he basically runs the job or whatever. Like, people be trying him and he be just going in or whatever. And basically he was just like, you know, I like to be this and I like to be that. And he just kind of made it sound like he was the big man on campus. Like, he was like, yeah, one of my boys was like, I'm happy to see you have a bad date or whatever, because he had a bad date or whatever. And he was like, yeah, because you've been going on so many. And he was like, it's almost like he didn't want to see me win. And I'm like, or maybe he just wants to relate to you because you're human or whatever. Like, you know how boys are. Like, it just seemed like he just kind of felt like he had like Napoleon syndrome, like, for being a small man or whatever. Because you guys, he was so small. He was so tiny. And I was just like, oh my God, he's so small. He's so small. Every guy I've dated, like, I don't mind rib cage, okay? I don't mind skinny guys, but if they're gonna be skinny, I pretty much like them tall, okay? But I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. So I was like, we're here on the date, whatever. We're gonna give it a go because he's very smart. I love an intelligent guy. So I was like, whatever. So when I walk up, I had like reached out for a hug, and he was, at the same time, he was like, I was gonna say I was gonna give you a hug, but I'm getting sick. And then I was like, me too. Which I was, but I wasn't gonna cancel on him. And he was like, so you was gonna hug me sick? And I'm just like, you too, whatever. So we gave each other a hug. We go inside, and when we go inside to the movie, y'all, he threw the door back at me to catch. Like, no, that's a no for me, dog. I don't like stuff like that, okay? So I know that some people think that's minor, but that's a big thing for me. Like, it just shows the lack of respect that you had. Even if you didn't care for me or whatever, you didn't catch a vibe when you met me, don't throw a door at me. Like, no, I done got dressed all the way up, and you probably only brushed your hair and threw on an outfit after work. Like, stop playing. So he threw it. I was like, what the what? So we went inside and we saw the Will Smith movie, Gemini. It was lit. So we were in there laughing or whatever. We was having a good time. We were talking the entire time. My battery's probably gonna die, so I'm gonna try to finish this before it dies. But we were in there talking the whole time. It was lit. The conversation felt exactly like it did on the phone. The vibe was there, whatever. So yeah, so we were cool, whatever. We wasn't like cozy or nothing like that, but I'm stiff on first dates anyway. I'm not kissing you. You pretty much only getting a hug. That's it. And it's not like gonna be super sensual or nothing. So anyway, because you know, I want to fill you out, and plus I want my guy to be my friend, and then if it escalates, cool. So anyway, we had we watched the movie and we had a good old time. Like, we was kikiing. I made sure that the feeling was mutual by, like, I would lean in and say stuff to him, but I wouldn't do it too much. I would like wait, like a game of volleyball, you know, back and forth, back and forth. So he would like lean back and tell me something in my ear and be like, look at da 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 da, whatever. And we would like laugh at the fact that he had the same haircut as the young Will Smith, like, because there's two Will Smiths in the movie, the older one, and his younger self was trying to kill him, and he's trying to figure out why. So yeah, so we was just like giggling and laughing at that or whatever, and we had a vibe. It was a good time. So he was like yawning towards the end, and he was like, yeah, I'm not a night owl like you. And I knew that from how early he would get off the phone or whatever, and how late he would only stay up late on the weekends, and he would be struggling when we would talk on the phone. So anyway, we're like leaving or whatever, and remember, mind you guys, we were supposed to go out to eat afterwards. So I'm starving because I left the party to come be with him when I could have stayed at the party, lived it up and ate and did whatever. So we get outside or whatever, and he was just like, yeah, I had a great time, blah, 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 blah. And it's looking like he's about to dismiss me. And I was like, oh, and I was like, you look tired. And I was like, but I was like, where are we going to eat? And he was like, you know, I can't hang, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I was just like, so to me, that's red flag number 2. Not a man of your word. And obviously, for whatever reason, our vibes just was not matching at all. So I was just, like I said, our vibes wasn't matching or whatever, but I was confused as to why. Because I'm like, I look exactly like my pictures. Exactly like my pictures. You knew I was BBW when you read my profile, and I know he read it in full because you knew I was a Virgo. Like, period, Pooh. Period. And I just didn't get it. I'm just like, if there was somebody else that you went on a date with before me, because you were dating multiple people, oh, why not just you know, say, listen, I found somebody, whatever. You know, it's happened to me before. I've done it to dudes before where I like thought I wanted to date new dudes, and then I end up getting back with my ex. Stuff like that happens. It's life, whatever. Certain stuff is not personal to looks, and I get that. But, you know, like I said, I just wasn't feeling the vibe. So, like, I felt the vibe enough, but not like it. I could tell something, it was just something off of me. It wasn't the connection that I wanted for a first date, but it wasn't the worst first date. Like, we had a good time. Does that make sense? Y'all catching my drift? Like, we had a good time. Like, that's one of my better first dates, actually. It wasn't mad awkward. Like, the before the date, after the date, mad awkward or weird-ish. He was like skittish, but I don't even know if that's the right word. But and the actual date was good. But let me tell y'all though, the vibes he was giving me. When I saw this man, he looked like, hello, my name is whatever his name was. Like, I am here to fix your computer. Like, he literally fit the mold. He looked like somebody's daddy. Like like a nerd dad. It's nothing wrong with a nerd, but he just kind of looked like a nerd dad that was trying to be stylish, and he was trying to fool himself out of being who he actually was, and that was the sad part. So anyway, like I said, he was 21. I feel like he didn't, I don't know, I didn't fit whatever, you know, I don't know. So anyway, we go out, and that's what he says. He's like, you know, he's tired or whatever, which he was yawning towards the end, but he didn't fall asleep. Whatever, he gets a kudos. I get sleepy in the movie too. So, when it was time to go, I was like, I will hug you, but you know, you're getting sick. And he was like, you can hug me. So I give him a hug or whatever, and he hugged me like he was hugging one of his best friend's wives. And I was like, okay. So when it was time for me to leave, he was like, okay. He was like, well, I'll call you when I get home or whatever. And I said, and I looked at him like that, because those aren't your lines. No. Your lines are, you call me when you get home, or I say call me when you get home. It's the guy's job to say it, whatever. So I looked at him. He's like, and you call me when you get home. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, text me when you get home. So I got on the elevator to go downstairs to my car. Problem number 2, 3, I don't know what number we're on. He didn't get on the elevator to walk me down to my car. You're the man. You are the man. What is going on here? So I don't know if he felt demasculinated by the big plus curvy goddess. I don't know what that was, but I just didn't like it. I felt like he had bit off a little more than what he could chew. So anyway, he goes home, I go home, whatever. And actually I go to my friend's house, take her back her car or her SUV, way too big for me to drive, got my car and went home. So that was like an hour and a half, and I know he lived like 20 minutes from the theater. I hadn't heard from him, so my friend was like, maybe he's tired. Have you heard from him? I said no. She said, maybe he's tired. I said, nah, he's not tired. Like, that guy, like, he's tired, but that guy is on it. He's persistent, because like I told you, I had talked to him every day. He didn't let a day go past without speaking to me. So that night I was like, okay, you know, had a cool time. The vibe was different, but you know, the date was good, because the date was good. So I was like, since the date was good, my favorite ice cream flavor is cookies and cream. Maybe I'll see you again. And he was just like, what did he reply the next morning? It was like, I apologize, like super formal. Like he was always formal, but he was super formal. Like he was talking to a business partner, and he was like, I apologize for not responding last night. And he was like, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, okay, or something I said back, but it wasn't nothing to keep conversation going. So my friend was like, oh, well, you should call. And I was like, no, sweetie, I don't ever want a relationship where the dynamic is me chasing a guy. Like, nope, that's not my job. I am woman, and I stand in that. So anyway, that was my mad awkward first date in a while. Well, the date wasn't awkward. That was mad awkward before and after first date. But that is how my dating life is going. But let me tell y'all, my DMs get crazy on dating websites, and actually they're starting to get crazy on Instagram too. And I don't know what is going on. It's like when I open up my dating profile DMs, dudes start coming from everywhere. Like I met a guy when I was just stopping to use the bathroom at the McDonald's named Ant, and he was just like telling me his life story, and then we exchanged numbers, and I was like, I'm so never calling him or answering, whatever. And yeah, if you were on my live tonight, you saw the guy, like they just come out of nowhere all at once. They like, it'd be a drought, and then they all come out of nowhere. It's like the universe knows when I'm available. But anyway, it's kind of like Thanksgiving food. You're not gonna eat ramen when you're hungry for Thanksgiving food. I want a certain type of guy, and I don't care how many years I have to wait for him. But I'm on God's time, not my own. So anyway, y'all, if y'all want to hear more dating stories, like I said, I got another one for y'all for sure. We didn't even make it to the first date, and when y'all hear what he tried to do, y'all gonna be like, excuse me, what? Like, my life is a movie, I'm telling you. But anyway, you guys, I love you guys so much. If you guys want me to open up my dating DMs, tell me down below, because I don't mind doing that. Y'all are gonna crack up something silly when y'all see this stuff. And yeah, if you like this, thumbs up it, comment down below, and tell me your #1 dating tip so we all can share. And also, if you're not already, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is Dear Talent Love. I'm gonna put everything down in the description below, like always. My Instagram is TalentsGlamSquad, and my Snapchat is TalentsGlamSquad, or my Metamorphosis. So Metamorphosis like the butterfly. So yeah, find me on all of those platforms, and I love you guys so much. It's 8 o'clock at night. I need a nap because I'm gonna go out at like 9:30, 10 for a 4-hour shift or whatever. And I will edit this and try my best to upload it tomorrow if I can make it to the Starbucks. I've been having internet trouble. I love you guys so much, so much. Until next time, Glam Squad, be fresh and be fierce. Bye.